You're listening to Once Upon a Mama. I'm your host, Molly Ann Luna. Each week we call my mom, the original mom, Barb Ripley, to talk about ways of navigating motherhood at different ages and different stages. Because after all, once a mama, always a mama. Hey, Mom.
Hi, Molly. How are you?
I'm good, but I'm going to be real honest. I've been dealing with this weird inner conflict about whether or not I should really fully start Ahana an Instagram account or not. What are your honest thoughts?
When I first kind of saw that and I thought, oh, that must have gotten hacked or something. I didn't want to follow because I thought it was like a hacker because I know you had said you weren't going to put a lot of her stuff out there. But then I also see a lot of other little beautiful children that have social media things going on run by their parents. But Instagram, I haven't really seen smaller people on it. So I don't really know what's the purpose and the goal, I guess.
What's the purpose and the goal of an Instagram account? That's great. So, or putting our kids on an Instagram account. So that's a conversation that I want to have. And if we should or we shouldn't, because here's the thing. When I was pregnant with Ahana, Javon and I were very much like, we're going to keep her out of all social media. Like, we are going to make sure that we guard and protect her because she is a young baby who, of course, some of her identity is going to be brought upon the environment that she's in and the thoughts and things that Javon and I share with her. But I want her to be able to decide who she is. And I don't want society deciding who she is. So I had made this firm declaration that I'm keeping her out of all social media. But hello, when I was pregnant with her, I launched Mindful Mamas TV, and I mostly out of this desire to connect with all of these mindful mamas and get parenting tips on how to raise a baby and how to build a business. And so she's already in utero. We're having conversations about it. And my brand is Mindful Mamas, and my business is all about marketing to mamas. And so she ends up being in a lot of my classes. I teach a lot of Facebook Lives, a lot of webinars, and she ends up being a part of it because I'm a solo mompreneur right now with a small team, but a lot of times I don't have childcare, and so and I still got to get things done and move forward. And a friend of mine who actually works for Disney, he's like, oh my gosh, he's like, Ahana is like, everyone thinks their kid is special, I know that, but they're like one in a million, and he's like, she needs an Instagram account right now. And I'm like, what's the point? Like, what is the point of that? And he's like, well, hello, you and your husband are both in entertainment. He's like, I really would encourage you to be building her following.
Portfolio thing or?
Her portfolio. Yeah, because he's like, especially with your brand, there might be plenty of opportunities. And I do a lot of public speaking, and I'm going to be doing a lot more of it. And I plan on having her travel with me. And there might be times where, kids are unpredictable. I'm not going to make her do anything she doesn't want to do, but she might be hopping on stage or whatnot. And I just to be building her own, portfolio and credibility. And then the part of me is like, but I'm working on building my own career. I'm not trying to be a stage mom. I'm not trying to build Ahana's career. She can build it when she gets big enough. But you know what the deciding factor was for me? I feel like I'm just rambling right now because I am. I have officially, right now, if you were to go to Instagram, I guess it depends on when this particular conversation posts, but I have one account open with 3 images of her on it. And my deciding factor was her girlfriend, not to be peer pressured, but her girlfriend has an Instagram account with like 80,000 followers, and she's actually making money from it. She's a couple months younger than Ahana, and that was not my motivation. My motivation was, as I was looking through her girlfriend's account, I thought, oh, this is so nice to have one place that you can kind of just like quickly go back and like, oh, look how much my baby has grown. Look at her like milestones. And I wanted to create one just out of like a modern day baby book.
Yeah.
Does that sound ignorant?
No. Is it private or anybody in the world can see it?
Okay, so then that's where I was torn, right? Like, okay, well, if it's just going to be like a modern day baby book, then I should just make it private, right?
Mm-hmm.
But the other part of me was like, she's already so much a part of the Mindful Mamas brand. And she, like, I'll post things with her on my other Instagram accounts because that's my brand. So the other part of me is like, why not make it public?
Well,
can you hear the conflict within my being right now?
right. But now I watched Jeff Ross and the other day, and they just he's an NBC. He's kind of drives me crazy, but he's an NBC like secret investigator. And so they had the mom's Facebook account, and they had a person in another location, and while they were talking to the mom, they pulled up all the stuff on their Facebook. They knew the kids' names, where they went to school, what time they left their house, like all different things. And it's like, that's a little scary.
Oh, it is absolutely scary. We were just watching 2 nights ago. We were watching the movie with Tom Hanks and I think it's Emma Watson called The Circle. And well, Alexa, we need to have an episode about Alexa here pretty soon because I have a whole about that on so many levels about just the invasion of privacy we have. So it's true. I mean, our phones are constantly listening to us. If we've got a Google Home or an Alexa in the house, if we're on Facebook in any way, me and you were linked as mother-daughter on Facebook. And I'll tell you, last night I went through my privacy settings and I shifted a bunch of things. And I was like, I unlinked us because I'm like, well, who needs to know that we're mother and daughter? Except for that now we create this podcast, so it doesn't really make sense as I'm saying that out loud. But just trying to be more mindful of like, well, gosh, how much information am I really just handing over to Facebook? Which is a whole other conversation because apparently now Facebook is under a lot of limitations for their divulging of our private information. So I'm kind of in a space of like, well, whatever, like it's already all out there anyway.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling too. But now yesterday while I was painting, you talked about Alexa and Google. Well, we have both in our house. And Google doesn't seem to bother me, but Alexa just keeps chirping in. Oh, I don't understand what you're saying. I wasn't even talking to her. Or she started playing music or whatever she thought that I was wanting, but I was listening to an audiobook. And I'm like, that's freaking me out.
It's freaking me out too, Mom. Listen, my girlfriend who lives across the way, she posted on Facebook last night and she tagged me in it because I'm always talking about how her Alexa creeps me out. Her Alexa had been working for 2 days. And then she's in her bedroom doing her own thing, not even talking. She's the only one home. And Alexa goes, her name's Sandra. She's like, hey, Sandra, sorry I was away, but I'm back now. Sandra's like,
what?
So she had a whole conversation with her. She's like, well, where did you go? And Alexa goes, I'm really sorry. She's like, but I'm back now and I'm happy to work. What would you like help with? And Sandra's like, nothing, Alexa, just rest. And it totally freaked her out because I'm like, if you've watched Black Mirror.
I have not yet, but you have told me.
Dark side of technology. And there is a dark side. But anyway, to circle it back to the Instagram thing, it's like with all of this technology out there, with information at our fingertips in all ways, shapes, and forms, like how much is it detrimental even to have an Instagram account for your kid?
I don't know.
Like, well, whatever. It's already out there.
Yeah, I kind of feel like that too. As people like, oh, everyone's listening to her. You're going to get your information off of Facebook. And I'm kind of like, well, they're going to get it if they want it anyway. And I don't really have anything to hide, so I'm not too worried about it.
Well, I had nothing to hide either, but
except protecting, like if someone would try to kidnap your child or something, that would be
children were being kidnapped 20, 30, 40, 50 years ago, long before the internet was even a thing. So
True.
I mean, yes and no. I don't know. Okay, here's the thing. Mommy's listening. You obviously can tell, like, I'm having a lot of inner conflict about this, and I need some guidance. So do me a favor, head to Mindful Mamas TV, jump into the community, and join the conversation. And I want to know, are you for or against posting images of your children on social platforms and also creating individualized, let's say, for example, Instagram accounts for them?
Or YouTube.
I mean, yeah, there's so many YouTube channels out there with young
people. I those are some of my favorites, but
you love it, right? People love it, of course. But
right.
Is it in the best interest of the child or not? I can't decide. I want to create an Instagram account for Ahana. I think it'll be fun and a beautiful way to document the highlights of our life together. But at the same time, I'm a mindful mama and I want to make sure I'm taking a look at all directions.
Yeah, it'll all be in one place there then. And if you have to lock it up, you might have to lock it up, but at least you still have it.
Yes. Okay. Well, this
I'm gonna
conversation.
I'm gonna check that out. I'm gonna check out her Instagram account.
Okay. You're gonna check out Hannah's Instagram account?
Yeah, I haven't checked it out yet.
Yeah, well, because it's barely even off the ground because I'm still in conflict as to whether or not to continue or to rip it down.
Yeah, well, I'll check it out.
Check it out and let me know. And mommies, head to the community and give us your 2 cents or put a comment below this recording. Okay, Mom, thank you so much for hanging with me today.
All right. Have a great day.
Love you.
Love you too, babe. Bye.
Thanks for listening to Once Upon a Mama podcast. Be sure to never miss an episode by subscribing to your favorite podcast app now. If you think these conversations would help another mama, please leave a rating and a review on iTunes to make it easier for her to find the show. If you want links to anything mentioned in today's episode, or you'd like to join the conversation, head over to mindfulmamastv.com/show notes. Follow us on all social platforms at Mindful Mamas TV. And as always, the best conversations and connections happen inside the Mindful Mamas community. Head over to mindfulmamastv.com now to register. This is the place where love-centered women from all over the world come together to connect, share, and grow in both motherhood and business building. Okay, Mama, be sure to share this episode with a girlfriend, and we'll see you right back here next week.